Hi, babes. Welcome back to the Chase Life with Kelly show. I am your host, Kelly Chase. It's Christmas week. I hope that you all are, I don't know, I guess getting situated. This is also I was going to say getting situated with your families, getting prepared to be around your families, things like that. This is the week that also it's like trigger city, right? Trigger city. Um, all of us, especially if you're listening to my podcast, like we're all on this journey. We're all on this self-love, personal development, healing journey. And when you are in a personal development and healing journey, you are faced with, let's put it this way, you're more aware of the things, the people, the experiences, the situations that really activate you. So I highly encourage you to, and this is I guess like an activity that one of my mentors had us do one time, but if you know you're going to be around people that do trigger you or have triggered you in the past, or maybe you're foreshadowing that you're like, yep, that's probably these types of conversations are going to come up. So let me go ahead and like work through it now. It's preparation, right? It's preparation. So what you can do is write out how you maybe past experiences, how that has gone down for you, what triggered you, how you feel about it, what you think about that person, get out like all the negative stuff, and then start to write neutral statements, and then start to write out exactly like how you want it to go. But like as if it's in the past tense, like as if it's already happened. Like, oh my God, me and my mom had the best time. We had the most evolved conversations. It was really neat because we were able to like sit there and just hold space for each other. And wow, how emotionally safe I felt for the first time ever. Oh my gosh, this was so beautiful. It was so magical, that kind of thing. So that is one thing that I can highly recommend to you to do. I swear it helps because it gives you awareness to how you want to feel, so that when you're in the moment, it gives you the tool to hold space for their wounds a lot better than you just getting triggered and activated and you lashing out or storming off or being avoidant or whatever the case may be. Like, we can't control other people's behaviors, but the only thing we can control is how we behave with other people or how we react or how we respond. So that would be an exercise that could be very, very helpful for you. With that being said, this is going to be a short episode. It's holiday week. I know you guys may not have an hour to like listen to me ramble. But someone commented on a recent video of mine or post, maybe a couple weeks ago now, but I was talking about like self-love. And I want to highlight self-love and the misinterpretation and controversy that surrounds self-love work. Okay, and you guys, this may be a trigger wound for you because there may be people in your life that are like, self-love, self-love, self-love. All you do is think about yourself. All you think about is yourself. Only you taking care of yourself. How is that even love? Blah, 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 blah. Because that happens in my life too. The self-love work does not mean that you are selfish. It does not mean that you're conceited, that you're arrogant, that you are only thinking about yourself and not about others. It is the total freaking opposite. It is when you are doing self-love work, and that is the deep shit, like inner healing, inner child work, shadow work, like, neuro-linguistic programming, emotional freedom techniques, all this somatic healing, breath work, doing the deep freaking work that helps you become aware of your wounds, process them as if it just happened yesterday, and be able to actually hold space for it in the way that you wish someone had held space and held your emotions for you back then when the wound occurred for the first time. You reparent yourself. You get yourself to a better space of healing and love, and you're applying love to the wound so that you can hold space and apply love to other people. Period. Like, my favorite saying, and it was back in 2013 when me and a guy broke up, And I was absolutely freaking devastated. And a guy friend of mine said this quote to me, and I will never forget it. And I know if you've been listening to my podcast for a while, you know that I've said it on here, but hurt people, free people, free people. Self-love is freeing. It is freeing yourself from the freaking wounds and the little traumas and the big traumas. Because, and no, are you ever going to be totally fully healed? No. Sometime down the road, you could be doing this work for 20 years and something could happen that could trigger the fuck out of you. And you could be like, oh shit, there it is, still there. But it doesn't mean that you're bad or it's wrong or you haven't done the work or you haven't done enough or you should be in a better place or you're supposed to be, oh, you've done all the self-love work. I would think that you'd just be this magical fucking unicorn at this point. It's not that. It's just having, wow, there's just another little layer of onion that you got to peel back and heal. That's literally all it is. Wow, I get to apply more love to this. Wow, I get to do this. It's a gratitude activity. Like really, it really is. The more grateful that you are for your past, the more beautiful and loving that you can exude to the world. So obviously I get really passionate about that because people have said those things to me, like, oh, if you're only focusing on yourself, then you're really not, like, how are you even showing love to other people? Guys, like, I can cry, like, my emotions are more heightened now because I'm more tuned in and tapped in. Like the way that I can see things, see people, hold better space for people, not get as easily triggered. Or even if my reaction is of an old behavior or old subconscious programming of, let's say a guy doesn't reach out to me, we'll say someone romantic interest and they don't reach out to me. Instead of being like, oh, well, fuck him, I'm more like, hey, like, didn't hear from you. Is everything okay? Because at the end of the day, I have no idea where they are. Something terrible could have happened. Knock wood. I hope that never occurs, but you never know, whether it's to them, a family member, a friend, something could have lost their job. And they're just like, I don't want to talk to fucking anybody right now. Right. So like, you don't know, so you can't make assumptions. Assumptions, first letters of assumptions is ass. So we don't want to make an ass of ourselves. So it's all about communication. But if you are not doing the self-love work, if you're not properly like tuning into your own limiting beliefs, thought patterns, behavioral patterns, results out there, triggers, little t, big T traumas, all of that. If you're not really doing that, you're not fully communicating with yourself. And when you're not fully communicating with yourself, how can you communicate with other people? How can you actually show love to other people if you really truly don't even know yourself? If you haven't come home to yourself? Home, God is within you. So the more that you tune in and like get tapped in to who you truly are by healing all of these little layers of things or big layers, healing these wounds, applying the love, then you can give so much more love, respect, hold space for people, hold different perspectives for people's stories instead of just being so closed-minded and one-sided or one-minded. Like, you guys know that I don't talk about controversial topics very often on my social media, and it's because I have the power because of the work that I have done. I feel like it's a superpower. I have this ability, let's call it that, ability to see various perspectives. So I could sit there and literally argue with myself on social media. I could be like, well, pro-life, pro-choice, right? I can see all types of perspectives, but a lot of people can't. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you're like, no, I am pro-life all the way, or I am pro-choice all the way. There's no gray area. Maybe one of them is a gray area, right? Like, this isn't about that, but it's about holding perspective. Like, I could literally like pick out so many different like political policies and be like, I align with that. I align with that one also, but I also align with that. And it could be a liberal's point of view. It could be a Democrat's point of view. It could be a Republican's point of view. The point is, you're all multifaceted people. And until you start doing this work and bringing awareness to your stories, how you got these stories, how you created these limiting beliefs, how you created these stories about yourself, how you're creating the results that you currently are creating out there, Until you bring awareness to that, you're going to be more closed-minded. And when you're more closed-minded, you're actually like hurt. You're more hurt because you don't have an open mind. And therefore, when you're hurting other people because you can't hold space for them. You can't see various perspectives. You can't give enough love because you're not even giving love to yourself. So when anyone comes up to you and they're like, oh, this self-love work, blah, 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 blah. Just try to explain it to them like, thank you so much for sharing your opinion on that. And I've been doing this work and I can't tell you how much love I actually feel. Like how much like my insides are beaming with like this radiating like sunbeam light, like a freaking Care Bear that shoots hearts from its stomach. That's what you want to feel. I am like a freaking Care Bear. Do I get aggressive sometimes? Do I put my foot down? Do I, stand up for myself? Do I get angry? Do I get frustrated? Do I get disappointed? Do I get sad? Absolutely. We're human. We have to go through those emotions because if we're not going through those emotions, then what is life, right? Like those emotions are what catapult us into feeling happy and excited and gratitude and gracious and peaceful and loving and purposeful and meaningful, ecstatic about life. You have to have that duality. So you have to have it both. So if you can be closed-minded, then you can be open-minded too. Duality. If you can hurt, you can free. If you can hurt, you can love deeper than you've ever thought that you could love. So when someone comes up to you and they say something about your self-love journey and how you're only thinking about yourself and all of that, just remind them in a very, again, coming from heart space way, because remember, you are healing. Now, if you're like, well, fuck you, fuck you don't know anything about self-love. That ain't coming from self-love. That's coming from a trigger wound, and it allows you to go deeper. That's okay. It's just allowing you to go deeper and have the awareness to heal and apply more love in that area. Where is it coming from? Why did I react that way? What can I do differently next time? How can I hold space better? These are questions that you just actively have to be thinking about. So I empower you and I encourage you as you are traveling or people are coming over to your house, or maybe you're just by yourself for Christmas, go inward, have the conversations with yourself, understand what your triggers may be, and keep applying, show up for yourself every single day, because I swear you will learn like, wow, okay, now I once was this and now I'm this, and now I want to create more purpose in my life. And so I'm going to like launch a business and I'm going to go create this impact, or I'm going to totally switch my career and I'm going to become this over here because it has more passion and purpose, or like lights a fire under my flame. And when I'm more passionate about my career, then I can actually, there's more love there, there's more care, there's more gratitude, and I can show up better in my career. There's so many different things. Or, hey, like this relationship, I know it's not working for me anymore, and we just keep hurting each other. I don't want to hurt you and I don't want to hurt myself anymore. So I'm going to let you go because I know that there's someone that's going to be more aligned for you, and there's someone out there more aligned for me. It's okay. Hurt people, free people, free people. You can free the other person because you're freeing yourself. And that is not selfish. You could go do more, like this more that you do this work, it may open you up to do more volunteer works or charity or mission trips or something like that, right? Go donate every weekend or go volunteer every weekend. Like, it's so beautiful. And there are some people that think like they give. They're always volunteering. They're always donating. They're always doing something for a good cause. But then at the end of the day, they're not really taking care of themselves, because they wake up and they just like hit the pound, they hit the pavement running. They hit the ground running, and they start pouring into other people all the time. And sometimes they grow resentment. Like, and they have expectations, and it grows disappointment. And the biggest feminine wound is disappointment. Sometimes we don't do things because we know if we fail or if it doesn't work out, it will disappoint us. And that freaking hurts. It hurts when we are disappointed, because it's like rejection, it's guilt, it's shame. It didn't work out. I didn't work out. I'm not good enough. All coming down to worth. So I encourage you to start a self-love practice. Self-care, self-love, kind of two different. Self-love is deeper work. Goddess Magic, my program, that is deeper work. We do journal prompts, you go deeper. And it helps to shift a lot of things. It helps to expand your mindset around all the things, love, success, and money. And otherwise, like, DM me and I can give you some resources on other, specialists, therapists, coaches that are actually more so coaches that could help you elevate in other areas of your life if you really want like to go real deep with people. But self-love is beautiful. And like I said, it's something that I've been experiencing. So I just wanted to tell you and remind you and encourage you that you're on the right track if you're doing the self-love work. And anytime that you get triggered, it's okay. Just apply more love. That's it. So I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming back week after week to listen to the podcast. I hope that 2025 brings us all amazing things. And whatever challenges are coming our way, again, the self-love work will help you have tools to be able to move through it easier and better. Not easy. Nothing is easy. No challenge is easy, but it will help shift your perspective around things, have an open mind, and be able to apply love more easily and gratitude more easily to those areas. So I just hope and pray that you have a magical holiday season. And I will chat with you guys next time. I love you so much. Thank you. Self-love is the best love. Don't forget to rate, review, share, download these episodes. Reviews really mean a lot to me. So if you can take 2 seconds and write a review, share the podcast, download it, all the things. Let's help grow this in 2025. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Merry Christmas. Bye.